Deepak, I ask scientists the reason the universe exists, and the general answer is there is no reason, it just does. I ask philosophers of religion, theologians, and they have reference to God and God's motivation for the universe. You believe in the fundamental value of consciousness, pure consciousness as the ultimate reality. But you still have to deal with this question of why. Why does pure consciousness produce the cosmos?
It is the nature of consciousness to be conscious. So it can only be conscious of itself. And when it's conscious of itself, in order to know itself, it has to see itself as the other. It has to differentiate into the other. Just like a single cell became kidneys and brain and skin and genitalia and hair follicles. So a single cell is actually, we are told, all of life on planet Earth came from one cell, differentiated. So too the cosmos comes from a single consciousness as it differentiates itself into the infinite variety of the universe. I would say it's the creative play of consciousness.
And your claim is that consciousness has to do that in order for it to be consciousness?
Otherwise it would
Does it have a choice?
Does it have a choice? Yeah, if you believe in multiple universes, it does. It's creating multiple universes right now.
But does consciousness have a choice? Could it have decided it just wanted to contemplate itself and it didn't want to have the bother of universes?
It probably goes through these cycles of both. So just like the breathing in and breathing out of a human being, the manifest and unmanifest aspects of consciousness play with each other.
But that itself is doing things.
It's becoming. It's being and becoming.
But is the becoming part essential? Could consciousness have just remained being without becoming?
Then we wouldn't know.
No, of course we wouldn't know.
Existed.
But from your feeling of what consciousness is, did it have a choice of remaining being, or did it have to go through the process of becoming? Which
I think they're complementary to each other. The undisturbed state of consciousness is pure being.
Yes.
And then the disturbed state of consciousness is the universe.
Right.
But you have to have cycles of rest and activity.
If you have to have it, then it had no choice. That's what you're telling me. Consciousness did not have a choice. It couldn't remain as pure being. It had to go through the cycles or whatever you want. It had to do something.
I am too limited in my awareness to be able to answer that question. The why is a very difficult question to answer, other than it's play, creative play.
I like that. I wish reality were creative play, but I'm not willing to go with it.
I'm most joyful when I'm in creative play.
I'm happy consciousness made that decision, whether it's the impersonal consciousness that you'd have, or all the different religions, the personal, whatever it is. I'm happy it's play.
My impersonal self has a very intimate relationship with impersonal consciousness. It's called love.
And I think that's beautiful, and I would hope that to be the case. I'm just trying to take a step back and ask, was that by force? Was it inevitable? Did it have to be that way?
Robert, I don't know.